environmental impacts on our coastal communities have never been greater. From pollution to climate change, coastal communities are at ground zero. The Surf and River Report brings you the latest developments impacting our coastal communities. We'll talk with experts about how environmental pollution, development, and climate change is affecting our coastal and river ecosystems. It's all right here on the Surf and River Report.
We're here today at the Ormond Beach Estuary. We're here to discuss the Halco Superfund cleanup site with Miss Jean Roundtree.
We are delighted to have you here, Bill, and your crew, because every word that gets out reaches somebody's ear who needs to know and get involved with this project.
This is something that we feel very strongly about. That's why we're here today with the cameras. So let's start out with the site here. When was this started? When was Halco's plant put in?
Halco arrived here in 1965 with their smelter, and they did not leave until 2004 after they declared bankruptcy and left behind a slag heap, very toxic, that was 40 feet tall. So approximately they contaminated this beautiful estuary and this wetland with a foot of toxicity every year. Some years they did better and buried a little of it, which may or may not ever be found. Our concern, of course, is not just for what we see, but that which is unseen. But at least we have the EPA Superfund on our side now, and they are removing the Halco building and still discussing how to remove the legacy we have inherited from Halco smelter. And that's the toxic mountain you see behind you. But you know, Bill, it wasn't just the health problems and the site being ruined and the wildlife being interrupted. This has been a really fearsome battle that we have fought here. And unfortunately, although Halco was repeatedly cited for environmental damage and for pollution, they were never really punished. And so, of course, like a naughty child, they grew more bold and did more damage, and for some reason felt that the city would never, ever make them confine themselves to safe operation. They came in '65, they immediately started operation, and they did not leave until 2004, I believe, after they declared bankruptcy and left what you see behind you as a legacy. Money in the till took over, and you see the devastation it left behind. And it's very sad, and it's pretty dangerous. We call it civilization, when towns move in and become cities, and city governments do not, in fact, have any reverence for open space unless it's pushing in tax dollars. And that is what has caused Halco to come here and be the most abusive and destructive kind of corporate structure. There's other businesses here. There are other businesses here, but they don't touch the damage that Halco has done in the 40 years that they ran their smelter on this ground.